Yo, yo, yo. Oh man, let me go back. Alright. How is everybody today? Goodness gracious, you guys are killing me here. Y'all make me feel real special that you guys sit around and wait for me to come and do this live stream. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me. Everybody hear me okay? Can I get a thumbs up or so? Ah man, Brandon, just batting down the hedges. Lou Calamadas. Dr. Ramirez, how are you? You know what? I need to take a shot. And actually, I'm ill prepared because I usually have my drink all ready and everything like that. Yeah, buddy. Luke, you love how I stay on topic with who? With all of you guys? Is that what you're saying? Hold on one second. Let me clean the lens. It's a little foggy. Alright, there. It looks a little better to me. Hopefully it looks better to you. Yeah, buddy. Hey, yo! ¿Cómo estás? Michael. Alright, so let's say hi to everybody. Kirk, I see you. Baracho, Eric, I see you. Jeff, I see you from Out of Water Barbecue. Robert Allen, how you doing this evening? Eric Gomez, what's up? Brandon Page, how you doing? I see Galaxy Outdoorsman. I'm good. How are you? And we spoke to Dr. Ramirez. We got, I know, it's Shannon. Alright, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Kyle, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Lou, usually I figure out the topic I'm going to talk about either the day of or something that's happened to me recently. But obviously the main topic, yes. And because I mean, how many times can I say, what'd you guys have for dinner? What'd you guys cook over the weekend? What'd you guys whatever? I mean, to me it's better if if we talk about current events and then we can sprinkle in a little bit of barbecue and I mean we're just hanging out. So yeah, Lou, that's what it is. Johnny, how you doing this evening? Shane, how are you, sir? Yes, y'all. Alright, so I apologize. I was farting around and lost track of time, so I didn't make my drink yet. But any of you guys see or like these cups like this? I was in Walmart earlier today. I had to get some contact paper to help cover books for my kids. And I walked down the clearance aisle and they had this 30 ounce, one of these, it's not an Arctic cup or whatever they call it with Walmart. But it was $5. I said, you know what? That will help me to not have to use a coaster on the table when I'm drinking later. So I'm going to make a quick drink. I'm going to make it in the mason jar and then I'm going to pour it into this one. So you guys will see me do that pour. Jack, that is hilarious. Your wife's name, was it Maggie? Was your wife's name Maggie? Please give Maggie my best. Hey, blue collar man, what's up? Oh yes. Holy cow, I didn't even look at it. There are 33 of you guys on the live stream. If you can, please do me a big solid and hit that thumbs up for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Tom Cotton, Tom, are you here? Tom? I'm gonna go make that drink. Eric Moreno, gentleman 8497. How are you doing this evening? DeVille, how was everything? That is hilarious, Jack. Jack said, my wife flicked the lights in the shop. That means I'm on live. That's awesome. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna go make that drink, and then we're gonna get to talking. Like, all right, I'll be right back. Alright, goodness gracious. We got a lot going on this evening. Like I said, a little ill-prepared, lost track of time, and didn't get this set up. Alright, so first order of business is I received this. Dr. Ramirez, I saw you here, so I just want to say thank you again. We talked about Mama Juana a few weeks ago on a live stream, and when I say she came through, she came through. So, first order of business is I need to take a shot. Betty. Betty, alright. Betty. Nah. No way. This is some Mama Juana, and we are going to, I'm going to take a shot of this right now. Ooh, boy. So, this is honey and rum. And some twigs and other herbs and things like that from the motherland, as told by Dr. Ramirez. So she came through, she picked up she ordered some lamb, or her and her husband ordered some lamb, and I hooked her up with some brisket and a little bit of lamb for her to salute is absolutely correct. Alright. Ooh, man, I am warm. Alright, so I had a little bit of the Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine left, and I put some ice in there, and I couldn't find any juice. My daggone kids drank it all up. But I have a little bit of soda here, and I'm going to top this off with just an extra shot of vodka, because the moonshine was running thin, and I'm not going to mix dark liquor. That was a light rum. Alright, so we're going to get this into this new container I have, this newfangled insulated. Alright, let that dribble for a moment. So how's everybody doing today? Obviously I wanted to talk to you guys about what you guys do to keep your grills and smokers safe when there is storms and things like that. Alright. Oh boy. I think there was more liquor in there than I thought. That's alright. That just means I need to talk to you. I will be talking to you guys longer. Alright, so let's see here. Darian, how you doing this evening? So Dr. Ramirez said my stuff was the brisket and the lamb was incredible. I appreciate that. I did not pay her to say that. Thank you. Brandon says he needs to protect his new reverse flow smoker from the elements. It's too good of a smoker. You're absolutely right. Next best thing, how you doing? I sure will. My wife just asked me if I could put the cover on her grill before the hurricane hits. What is Mama Juana? Actually, Dr. Ramirez, if you want to enlighten everyone. Alright, well, she says it's Dominican version of moonshine. It's high, Johnny. If it's rum, it's probably in the 70 to 80%. Nah, it's not. It's not 100 proof at all. Yeah, right. Thank you, Camwear. He says, shout out from Memphis. Thank you very much. Eric says he parked his wife's car outside a smoker to keep it safe. That's funny. So you put the smoker in the garage. Yep. The light colored rum with honey, and then allow it to ferment with the roots and herbs. So you figure rum, most rums are in the 40 to 60 proof range, I believe. So it's not and it's very sweet. So it was warming, probably because it was warm. But you know, I'll take a shot every now and again. All right. T-Dog says he's brokenhearted. He left his baby in the garage in Wilmington. Lou says he always keeps his grill and smokers covered. So what do you guys do? You guys know I cook inside of my garage, and every now and again, like that big grill that I have, every now and again, well, for the most part, it stayed on the side of the house, so it really didn't get rained on much. But this summer, because of the fact that I've been using it way more frequently, I've actually I left it in the back of my house, and then it makes it easier for me to load up onto the trailer and take to events. But my wife's grill, we have a grill cover I got for it, and it gets covered. Blue Collar Black, I don't believe you can purchase the it. All right, Drew Garcia or Garza, how are you doing this evening? Oh yeah, Johnny, it definitely goes down smooth. You guys did not see me making henny face at all. You guys know the henny face that's like this. That struggle to get it down. All right. So Super Johnny says he has tarps with bungees holding him down on his smokers. That's what's up. John is asking about the egg. My egg is on the side of the house, and we, like the last couple storms we've had, even when we lost power and other things like that, there's never really we might get a trash can that blows over on the side of the house, or when we had plastic chairs, they would blow over on the side of the house. But everything nowadays is fine. Yeah. So for the most part, I don't have to, even with the hurricanes, by the time a hurricane gets up here, we're only looking at winds at maybe 40, 50 miles an hour. Definitely not as bad as some of you guys down in the southern states. All right. Yeah. Mr. Rashad says he covers his with a tarp and stores it in the garage. Kirk, how you doing this evening, sir? Kirk's been getting down over there on the Eastern Shore, that's for sure. For sure, on the Eastern Shore. That's what's up. Oh my goodness, there are 49 of you guys on the live stream. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button for me. It goes a long way. I greatly appreciate it. So you guys, how you guys liking the? And I try to give you guys who are on the live streams the opportunity to give me feedback, because obviously it's faster, it's easier, and I can adjust what I'm doing. But how are you guys liking? I've been trying to keep the videos in about under 15 minutes. Anything over 15 minutes, usually it's a judgment call if it goes to 20 minutes. But the combination of the videos that I did over the weekend, it was about 25 minutes all told. Even with, obviously speeding up the footage and doing other things like that. Do you mind, or are you guys okay with me splitting it up into two videos? See, all right, so I got somebody. Sean says he likes longer videos. Um, all right, that's what's up. All right, Luke Kalamata says he likes the long vids, and I mean, I guess every now and again I do put out long videos, and I feel like the longer videos don't do as well as the shorter videos. I mean, I know from watching other people watch videos, I know for sure because of the fact that I make videos, I will watch a video. Thank you, Dave. I definitely will. We're good though. We don't have anything to worry about until probably Friday night or Saturday, and that's gonna just be rain and maybe slightly higher than normal winds. Darian says I can make the videos an hour long as far as he's concerned. Well, technically, the longest videos I do put out are these live streams. So if you hang out on the live streams and watch, then you're watching an hour long, 2 hour long, video. All right, Super Johnny says he watches the long or short. He doesn't care. Dr. Ramirez says we don't mind the videos. We always enjoy watching them. All right, well, thank you so very much, guys. It makes me feel good that I can, if I do have a 20-25 minute video, I can post it with confidence and I won't get any hate or backlash. But the fact of the matter is, I thought that you guys were more interested in the videos, and even if those of you guys who are here in this live stream, there are 48 of you guys on live stream and probably 25 of you that are commenting. You guys are like the cream of the crop, definitely, and it's not to put anyone else down or talk ill of anyone else who's just not here, but the 50 of you that are here are a smaller percentage of the bigger picture, and I have to. It's unfortunate as it is. Excuse me. I have to play the YouTube algorithm game to help my channel, move up and on. So one of the things that helps my channel is posting videos more frequently. So one of the reasons why I break up the videos is because YouTube shines on that algorithm. It appreciates when you post more than one video a week or one video every 2 weeks or anything like that. All right, so Lou Calamados asked a very good question. He said, "You ever get stuck barbecuing or catering in bad weather?" Yes, I have. Manny, how you doing this evening? Joaquin, how are you doing this evening, sir? All right. Kirk says he enjoys the long ones. They're great for lunch breaks. I appreciate that, guys. Really, I do. Make them short and sweet. If not... That's funny. Yep. And that's the thing, next best thing, I try and, I want you guys to be invested in the videos. I take so much time and this is how I do these videos, right? So this past weekend I had footage, and by the time it was all said and done, I had like an hour's worth of footage, if not more than an hour's worth of footage. By the time I put the time lapses in and did all the little editing and taking out the extra bits of like the camera ran after I finished doing what I was doing or finished saying what I was saying, or if I had to say something more than once, I had about 30 minutes worth of footage. Once I went back through again and cleaned everything up, I think I was down to about 25 minutes of footage, okay? And from that 25 minutes of footage, I actually edit the entire video out, right? That 25 minutes. And then at about the 13 to 15 minute mark, I look for some place where I can stop the video and split it, and then I save a part 1 and a part 2. So now here's another question for you guys. If I split up videos into multiple parts, do you want the full one part or the full video? Do you want me to upload those as well? Because I can. I have probably half a dozen full-length videos, like the when I was doing the increasing the cooking capacity on the smoker, uh, Shane says he's got all day. Bring the videos. All right, but that's what I'm saying. Do you guys still want to see? Do you still want to see the entire video after watching part 1 and part 2? All right. So let's see. Let me go back and catch up. I was just talking for a minute. So Lou, I'm gonna get to you. I make them short and sweet. Da, da, da. We'll keep them. Smoking Joe's, how are you doing this evening? Appreciate you watching. I really do. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Eric says, who? Whatever I watch. Man, you don't have to call me Hollywood. I'm no Hollywood. That's for daggone sure. Man, I know what the struggle is like. I'm still struggling. Shoot, 6,000. It's crazy. I look back at like the subs and stuff like that for the month. I mean, we could talk about that at some point. South Louisiana. All right, how you guys doing? Still, Kirk says he's still in limbo on the burnt end video. Man, you gotta catch up. Yeah, man, we went to dinner. We went to freaking Olive Garden. It was actually pretty good. I'm a truck driver and I have a tarp shop especially made for its fit. Wow. Nice. All right, David Clayton. I appreciate that. I will keep that in mind. Maybe I will see sometimes, and this is one of the things. If I have a good day and I film like maybe 3 or 4 videos and I can kind of space them out over weeks, then it's not a problem for me when I only get a chance. It's not a problem for me to put up content to space things out. But there are times when, like this past weekend, I had an event. I cooked for the event. I filmed the video. I edited the video between Sunday night and Monday, and I had it ready to go for Tuesday and Thursday. I know we do the live stream on Wednesday, so I that's 3 videos. And then if I do a video like on a Friday or a Saturday, like I said, YouTube shines on more frequent uploads. I can't do that. I have other things I have to do. I'm not doing this full time or anything, so I can't be a daily vlogger. Plus, y'all don't want to see my life. I'm pretty boring. Anyway, all right, whatever's best for me, Jack. I appreciate that. Like Sean, so here's the thing. So Sean says, if I do a full length, add in some extra footage that got cut. I have been doing a YouTube thing for a while. So when I'm filming, I don't film to just film. I film to how I edit. I know that, okay, I'm going to set up the camera and we're going to go and we're going to point at this and I'm going to be in there and I'm going to set up the shot and I'm going to get the frame right before I even press record. Press record. I say what I need to say. I point out what I need to point out. I talk about what I need to talk about. Done. Cut. All right. I set up the camera in another position so you guys can see what I'm doing. And usually it's one of those things where either I talk about what I'm going to do or I show you a video about what I just did or I talk about what I just did. So I don't just do a whole bunch of, I'm going to be rolling for 20 minutes and only get 2 minutes of footage. I don't do that because it takes me way longer to edit it. If I can edit it while filming, that makes my editing after filming, so post-production, a lot easier. And it still takes me 2 to 3 hours to edit a one 15-minute, 20-minute video. All right. So Eric's Barbecue and More, how you doing? Lou, you funny, Dash Hollywood. How doing tonight? Well, Rich, man. Oh, man, Rich, dude, I appreciate it, dude. You know what? I watched your video that you put up today. I think it was today when you looked at those train tracks. The whole time I was thinking, man, like come out there with a tool and pull up that railroad track, cut it up, and make something out of it, like a welding project, and or get some scrap. That railroad stuff is heavy. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. So of course, parenthood, fatherhood. Number two says hi. He wanted to tell everybody hi before he goes to bed. I thought it was something more pressing, but it wasn't. Rich. So yeah, I was saying those train track, man. I was looking at those tracks, and I'm like, man, how much in scrap could you get for that? All right, Eric from Bracho Barbecue says, hey, you have real subs. Don't change the thing. I'm killing it. Whatever, man. Uh, so Smoking Joe's Barbecue Pit. I use a video editing software. It's called Corel Video Studio. It's like Ultimate 2018, I think it is. Um, I I think, truth be told, I got a pirated copy of Corel long time ago. Good night, number two. Long time ago. And that's what I learned how to use. When I was getting into doing the editing, I went out and from somewhere I downloaded Sony Vegas and I downloaded Corel Video Studio. Corel Video Studio was much easier to use, and that's what I know. I see a lot of people using like Adobe or Sony. It used to be Sony Vegas Pro. I'm happy with the Corel Video Studio. There are things that it lacks and things that I don't know how to do. But for what I'm doing, I mean, I'm not doing any super duper crazy transitions or like, but there's stuff I'm missing out on, definitely. You know what, Kirk, you're not the first person to ask about bloopers. I do. All right, so Joaquin says he likes likes the video short, but every now and again a long one and random is good. Dupree, hey, how you doing? Uh-oh, blooper reel. Help you come up with a name for your smoker, I would imagine. All right, so Smoking Joe, you gotta. It's one of those things, man. To me, the names of my smokers have just kind of jumped out at me. So obviously, my number one and number two drum, that's because they were number one and number two. That's just it. Um, then when I got the big smoker Bessie, it was my Instagram followers who actually named that smoker Bessie, because I was just calling it the kick-ass smoker. But they named it Bessie, and then I'm just like, all right, well, she can be Bessie the kick-ass smoker. Vicky, when I got Vicky the vertical smoker, and it was all about alliteration, so it was a vertical insulated smoker, and Vicky was treating me like a Vicky I know from back home, so Vicky it was, and it just worked out. I wanted the name of a V. Wow, an 83-foot high wave. That's crazy. Eric says number two reminds him of how Eric used to be when he was a kid. Shotcut. It's free and has some pro level features. You know what? I have kind of succumbed to the fact that I have to pay for software nowadays, and I did. It's not that big of a hit, especially with how much I use it. Hey, 4Js, how you doing, man? How's everything? It's Joe, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's get a vote on the blooper reel. There's no need to vote on the blooper reel. I just usually just cut that footage. I don't know how. I don't know. It's one of those things where, in order for me to find the blooper reel, I would just have to like raw dump a bunch of files into the, I don't know. I'll work on it. I will. All right, Rich, I might have to check that out. Hey, you know what, Brandon? You can call it Brandon. You can call that the Rev. Hey, Wrenching King, Michigan. How are you doing this evening? Hennessy Lewis says, why don't I name the smoker Dusted to Dawn? So here's one thing that, and this is one of these things that it's just something about me. I know, like everybody, when I had the, and I talked to you guys about naming uh, Bernadette, everybody wanted to name that smoker Bertha. I'm still getting people who are commenting on the videos telling me to name that smoker Bertha. It's not that, it's just some people just want to name things to name things to name things. I don't do that. I really get to know these smokers and I think about it and I give the smoker a name that has a reason behind it. It's like tattoos. All of the tattoos I have, there's a reason behind the tattoos that I have. Alright? It's not just, oh man, I saw the number 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get the number 1, 2, 3. It's gonna mean something behind it. There's gonna be a story behind why the smoker gets, or the grill gets named what it is. Alright, so Kirk says this new one he named Brown Sugar because of drinking. He hugged her, called her his Brown Sugar. I told her she was so sweet and Malamo. But that's how it is. Sometimes you just say something and it's like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Sonny G, how you doing, man? Good old Camwear, man. Jay Rotary says, it's not big enough to call Bertha. I disagree. Man, Bernadette probably weighs close to, if not more than 2,000 pounds. I gotta figure out a way to get her weighed. I don't know how though. I don't know how. But that's a big girl. It is. And everybody wants to call it Bertha, like Big Bertha. But you guys think of Bertha and think of like some old real big woman. I worked with this Bertha and she was far from that. So I kind of said, because I know someone named Bertha personally, I would never name anything Bertha. Just me personally. And I commented to that effect on most of the videos or most of the suggestions in the video that you guys suggested Bertha. But let's get back on the topic. So, I mean, you guys who are in the path, what are you doing? So a couple of you guys said you're going to be using tarps, and that's all well and good. A couple of you guys, I think Eric said that he moved his smoker inside of the garage and his wife's car got parked outside. You know what? That's pretty good, Smoking Joe said he's looking for suggestions on the name of his smoker, and he said it's an El Rey, and he drove it 8 hours in the rain. Maybe it could be Lorraine. I like that, but that's how the stories happen. That's how the names just happen. They fall into place. All right, Fantasy Pimp. Hey, what's going on? How are you doing this evening? Baracho Barbecue says, you never talk about a woman's weight or she might hurt me. Trust me, man, these smokers, I got burns on my arms and smoke inhalation and my eyes are burning. They hurt me. They put me through it. Should I paint the rust on smoke due to overheating? No. It's one of those things where I don't like to paint inside of the cooking chamber. Man, we got new subscribers. That's what's up. I don't like to paint inside of the cooking chamber. Usually, I'm just using like Pam or whatever generic cooking spray there is. Torgy, how you doing this evening? Kirk's funny. He said he's got tarps, tie downs, and extra tarps. And his smoker weighs 1,800 pounds and she's not going anywhere. Yeah, Eric is in Kansas City. He said he's got nothing but tornadoes and water fountains. Man, I wish I'd have known you last time I was in Kansas City. I'd have definitely hit you up. We'd have gone out. For sure. How may I help you? Arthur Bryant, Gates, Jack Stacks. Man, what was the name of that soul food restaurant by the convention center? It's called like Peachtree or something like that. It was great. Yeah. I would like to see a heavy duty charcoal chimney because I have gone through them and I go through them and I go through them, and I don't know. It's one of those things where does the means justify the end? You know how I talked about in that video when I was talking about the $100 thermometer? Is it worth it? And I said yes. That $100 thermometer, that instant read thermal pen, it is worth it. I don't know whether or not that chimney is worth it because that's a consumable. So what you would have to do is think about it to say, okay, how many times am I using this chimney before it burns completely up? Then you take that cost, and then you would have to figure in the cost of the heavy duty one. How many times can you use that one before you burn it up? Again, it's a consumable. So, Brandon says he's not sure how much he weighs, but it's heavy. It's a 250-gallon propane tank, and it has a True Fisher wood burning box on a smoke box. Blah blah blah. You're probably looking at about 2,000 pounds, 2,500 pounds. It depends on the thickness, the gauge of the propane tank, but you can find out. Oh man, we're getting more subscribers. That's what's up. Yeah, so there are places out there where you can find out how much certain things weigh, and then maybe add it all up. Or here's a hack: you can go and take it to like a scrapyard, and just kind of take your car over the scrapyard thing and say, hey. Well, just take your car in there with something light, and you can find out the weight of your vehicle with you in it. Then come back with your smoker and just kind of like drive up on. Once the thing stops, just like keep going on and around. Just pretend like you're bringing the smoker in. Yep, Smoking Joe, man, you gonna use them up? You gonna burn them up? I mean, 10 to 15 bucks on one that you might have for 6 months to a year, I can deal with that. But $50 for one that I might have for a year, 18 months, I don't know. Is it worth it? What's the thermal pen you have you're talking about? I'm looking into getting a new thermometer. Andrew, hold on 1 second. All right, so this is the Thermopen Mark IV by ThermoWorks. All right, and all you need to do is just look it up. Again, Thermopen, THERMAPEN, and this is Mark IV. And this thing is pretty dope. Like you guys see, and this is backwards because I'm using the forward-facing camera on my phone, so that's why it's backwards. But you see the temperature's at 83. Why not? Let's 26, 27. Let's get up closer to where the ice is. 25, or no, that's 52. No, it's 24. All right. So I clean my pens, and I gotta clean this one now, so that I can use them right away whenever I need to. But that's it. You guys see how fast the it reads out. Eric says if you keep them indoors, the chimneys last longer. All right. Never know. So Lou says he has the XR50, the extended range. What is the brand on that one? Maverick. And again, it runs fine. I just have, I guess it's like a software issue, like just some things that are different from what I'm used to using. Yep, Baracha Barbecue says take your smoker to a truck stop. Of course, you're gonna have to pay for that though. Dupree, I have used wax cubes in the past. Jay Rotary says he got a smoker from Home Depot for Father's Day. He heated it up, and at 500 degrees it started peeling. Yeah, buddy. Sonny G asks, how do I sell my beef ribs? I sell them whole. I do the 4-bone beef ribs are a different, they're like choice, and the 3-bone beef ribs are like select. They're a different grade, and I sell them accordingly. Yeah, Smoking Joe says he never cooks without a pen, especially in the competitions. J Rotary, definitely high temperature paint. And actually, you want to get like the high temperature grill paint. That one, those go up to about 1200 degrees. The engine painters are only rated to about it's either like between 5 and 800 degrees. Ask me how I know. Yeah, nobody likes biting in a raw chicken. So who is that? Kirk. I took the mason jar, I took what was left, and I poured it into this so I wouldn't have to worry about a coaster on my table, because this doesn't get the condensation and it'll stay cold. So, yeah, I might have missed that one. But, yep, I did start out in the mason jar. Ashtray. Jack says he's going to call his smoker ashtray because that's what it is. Everything he cooks on it tastes like that. Nah, man, Jack, you know what? Look up my number, send me a text, call me, we can talk, man. I'll help you. What kind of smoker is it? Maybe we can collectively help Jack not have his stuff taste like an ashtray. Alright, so here's the thing. The Winking Pig says, how can your drink not be frozen at 25 degrees? Saltwater freezes at 27. You have to remember there's a pretty high alcohol content in this. I can leave the, and actually the moonshine came out of the freezer. Alcohol content, that's how. Alright, so Jay Rotary, it is a mixed bag. I was unfortunate enough to be laid off, so I was kind of, my hand was forced to do barbecue full time, and it paid off because I built my clients up, my supporters up. So I have gotten to the point where I've gotten, you know, some residual income. I get people, like I have one of my, and goodness, this girl ordered brisket from me, and she was one of my longest supporters. She used to order brisket from me probably every other week, and she would get a pound, maybe 2 pounds of brisket. So then she wanted brisket, and it was one of those deals where I think by the time she would order 2 pounds of brisket or 2 and some change pounds of brisket, I would deliver it to her. Her order was like $50, and she used to get brisket almost, I'm telling you, every second or every third week or weekend. Well, this one time she ordered brisket, and she ordered a bigger amount of brisket than normal. She was having a party, or someone was having a party, and I'm like, okay, hey, your brisket's ready. I'm on my way. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't take the brisket. All right, well, and she said, I'm gonna come past you. I said, listen, I'm going out for deliveries. Once I'm done, I'm going go back in the house. You gotta come to me. She's like, all right, I'm gonna come. All right, cool. This time comes and goes, and that time comes and goes. She never calls. She never shows up. Never, no text message. So I'm hitting her up. Yo, she straight ghosted me. I'm like, yo, what's up with that? Like, why? If you didn't have the money, let me know. If something came up, like for real, let me know. I'll sell it to someone else who wants the brisket. Don't let it go bad. That was day 1. After day 2 and day 3, oh, I'm so sorry, this happened, blah blah blah. After day 3, and you know, when I finally did get in touch with her, I'm like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. I don't want to talk to you anymore at this point. Like, you all you had to do was tell me and be real with me and not lie to me. So I blocked her, right? So after I blocked her, her girlfriend ordered food, right? And her girlfriend ordered food from me, and I'm like, oh, hey, I know your girl, you know, unfortunately, I hopefully you can let her know if you talk to her, there's no hard feelings, but she just did me dirty. I'm like, I'm like, she rocked with me from day 1 darn near. And that's how she was going to do me. If something was going on, all she had to do was tell me. Like, it's not like I don't know who she is and she was a brand new customer or something along those lines. So I just didn't like the situation. Because I didn't like the situation, like I said, I cut her off. I blocked her. Hey, look, I don't want to hear anything else from you. I don't want to see anything else from you. None of that. So she got her girlfriend to order food. When I realized that, I was like, yo, whatever happened with you and her? It's like, oh, we're still together, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting this actually for her. She really missed it. But, whatever happened between y'all, it was between y'all. I'm ordering. Boom. So then they broke up. Well, the girlfriend still orders food every now and again, right? To the point now where the ex-girlfriend, father, he hits me up now. And I mean, it's just like stuff like that I couldn't lie about. Like, Chickie ordered food. Chickie blew her, ability to order food. Chickie got her girlfriend to order food. Chickie and girlfriend broke up. Girlfriend or ex-girlfriend is now ordering food to take to her father every now and again, and her father calls. He called me today like, oh, I'm trying to see if it's too late to get food for this weekend. Unfortunately, this weekend I'm not cooking. I'm like, I have something else going on this weekend. I'm not cooking. I said, but next weekend I know for sure I'm cooking. He's like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this. And he doesn't place anything less than like $150, $200 order every time he orders. All right, let me catch up to the comments. Yep. So Real Ash Boogie says he keeps burning the bottoms out of those store-bought chimneys. So he got on measurements from whoever rapid fire building chimney from 11. All right, and he's building a chimney from 11 gauge sheet metal. That's what's up. Yep. So Jack, you definitely need to clean up your fire. If it's burning dirty, if it tastes like ash, you probably have too much wood and not enough air. Alright. Wow. Kirk says he's seen 1500 degree paint on Amazon. Yeah, let's help Jack. Oh man, I'm not the man, man. I'm a regular dude, man. I just want to help everybody. Let's see. We talk about getting permits and catering out of your garage. I mean, getting the runaround. Ah, Baracho, man, Eric, we're gonna have to have a sidebar, cause you see what color this shirt is. Yeah, this is the area I'm living in right now. Big Dre, how you doing? So Robert Allen, so he says his double barrel tank never rusted, but his firebox is about to be replaced due to the fact that it's worn out. I'd ask you, Robert, do you leave ash in the firebox? Okay. Que te pasa, bangoso broso? All right. How you doing? All right, Robert, you have a great evening. Sorry. So it depends on what kind of racks, J Rotary, you're talking about. I do baby backs. When I do baby racks, I sell them for $25 per rack. When you get 12 racks or more, I give you $1 discount. So I think all of that might be detailed on my website. If you go out to the website, stilldrumsmokers.com. All right. How about them Chiefs? So I actually have the Chiefs quarterback. I think I have Chiefs quarterback on my fantasy team, and he got me some decent points. Hold on, there we go. I'm cooking 22 pork butts on Saturday, 300 on Sunday. It's gonna be busy for the next couple days, man. Chuck, I already know what that one is, man. I already know. All right. Patty cake bakers, man. All right, so look, but so the whole point behind this one was to talk about, so in between, like, if you don't have a cover, or if your smoker doesn't stay in the garage, or if it doesn't stay on the side of the house, do you cover your grills, your smokers all the time, or do you just leave them exposed out to the elements? Like, what do you guys do? I'm curious. My wife's grill, you guys have seen me use my wife's grill, and the old grill, when I say it rusted through and through, that grill, man, it rusted from the inside out. This new grill, Bongo Sobroso says his baby is covered. He has the charbroil, like dual zone. One is gas, one is charcoal, so he's got a pretty decent smoker. Smoking Joe, I actually get some things off the shelf, but I mix some things together, and I don't just use like everything straight off the shelf. I do. Usually the most, almost anything I use has in it is 3 commercial ingredients. That's all I'm going to say about that. With the exception of if I'm doing, nah, no Famous Dave seasoning, man. Get that crap out of here. With the exception of when I'm doing like cooks for my family, and I'm doing the crystal sea salt, the fresh ground pepper, and the garlic, granulated garlic. Alright, never covered mine, but it should, especially as new Monster Smoker. You probably should. See, the problem I have a lot of times is usually when I'm finished cooking, I'm bringing food right into the house, and then I forget to go back outside, and it's a day or two later before I cover it up, and usually it's one of those things where it rains. Yep. You know what, dude? Buy a car cover if that's what you need to do. Alright, Bongo Sobroso. I think I'm subscribed to your channel. I gotta... Excuse me. If I'm not, I will try to. I think I looked you up, because I did look you up, and I found your... I don't have my glasses on, obviously. Alright, I'll figure it out a little later. Smoked turkey. Been there, done that. Smoked turkey. I would love for DC Cooks to come in here. He smoked the turkey this evening. Kirk says you can get some custom covers made, but obviously custom means expensive. Absolutely right. Yep. Yes, I did, Bongo Sobroso, yes. Did it part 2 and edited. I think everyone should have an AP rub. Mine is onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and salt. Most of the time, that's what he uses, unless you try something new. You bought, you know what, Fantasy Pimp? I try. See, I kind of have, like, you know how you have your go-to beer or your go-to liquor. Like, I drink this type of beer, I drink this type of liquor. In the beginning, you try out all the different things or a lot of different things, and then you kind of just settle into what you like. And that's what I've done. I've been doing the barbecue in and around my house for a long time, and I settled into some flavors I like. I like a savory barbecue. I do not like sweet barbecue. Austin Williams says, what was my biggest struggle with or while creating an online business? The fact that I was using Instagram and it wasn't like I couldn't control it. So my business, like, I lost probably 60 to 70% of my sales when Instagram changed from a chronological order to a popularity contest. And that was one of those things where right after and not too long after, Facebook decided that, you know how you can see the popular posts versus the way that your timeline is set up. Instagram did the same thing. Obviously, Facebook owns Instagram. And because of that fact, I used to post at certain times of the day to get people's attention during certain times of the day when they first sat down at their desks, when they were scrolling through Instagram right before they went to lunch, when they were scrolling through Instagram right after they got back from lunch, and when they were scrolling through Instagram right before they were, you know, leaving for work. So I used to post 3 to 4 pictures a day, and I would detail what I had available for the given day, and I used to sell almost everything I had every single day until Instagram changed the way that they posted. So that was my biggest struggle. Is it worth it to just smoke or to just oven cook? So J Rotary, I always smoke in the beginning, and then I try and get to the point where I can cycle things in and out of the oven in order to save myself time and money out at the smoker, especially during the winter. Especially during the winter. Eric, you know what? He last I heard, he told me, he sent me a text message last week or 2 weeks ago, um, saying he had some travel for work, and he was focusing on his gaming channel. He's actually doing better on his gaming channel than he is on the cooking channel. So his focus has been on the gaming channel, and he posts videos on the cooking channel from time to time. Lou, you're absolutely right. He says he covers his smokers up all the time, even though some of these heavy-duty smokers can survive the weather. It's just, he says he feels like it's protecting an investment. I agree. Kirk says he just got his hands on some black garlic powder. I have, what did I see people using black garlic powder for? I think it was Sous everything, guys. I've never ordered the Killer Hogs AP. And that's the thing, man. You go to Texas and it's like salt, pepper, garlic. That's it. Anything else, anything more, anything less, and you're going to have a problem. You go to California, and I talked about this in a seasoning video. You go to California, they want complex flavors. Where I am in Maryland, there are people who are from the South, and there are people who have had, what they call barbecue, which is pit beef. That's not barbecue to me. And pit beef to me is flavorless. You have to add barbecue sauce or tiger sauce, which is like horseradish type sauce, some onions, some horseradish, some mayo. You gotta flavor it in order for it to be like, oh man, this is good. But when the meat is cooked properly, you're gonna taste that beef flavor, and some people just don't appreciate the beef flavor. But it's to each his own. So, Jimmy, how you doing? My opinion on Oklahoma Joe Highland Smoker. So, if I am thinking of the one that I'm thinking of, it's just an offset smoker. I don't think there's a problem with them. My only problem with it would be the capacity. I cook for my family. I cook for other folks, so I need something bigger than that. Jay Rotary says, I just want to cook. I know that feeling. Wrench King says he keeps his cookers in his carport unless he needs to room to work. And then they go into the driveway with tarps. Yep. Oklahoma Joes are great smokers. Kirk Atkins says he loves his. No problem, Austin. Larry Seasonings Lowry's is a good all-purpose. Lowry's is a bit salty. Bongo Sobroso says when he smokes meat, I would imagine it's like an art to him. I hear you. It's just on beef dash. Actually, use sugars and special oils for pork and chicken, not just beef. Super Johnny, I know, I hate putting or saying that, but it is the most prevalent, and I won't say stereotype, but it's true. There are a lot of folks out there that just use salt, pepper, and garlic, man. Not that there aren't people who don't use other things. There are a lot of people that use salt, pepper, and garlic. And there's nothing wrong with that. Wow. Antonio. He says, hello. Alright. Selentes. Hold on. Aguas calientes. C-L-I-N. Aguas calientes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to flex my Spanish muscle here, but yeah, menudo. I would love to try some authentic menudo. I hear about it. I know what it is. Mongo Sabroso says his Oklahoma drills are the bomb for his first time. Lou, this is a good question. He says, do I see a flavor difference from the cabinet smoker versus the offset? I don't have an offset. The cabinet smokers versus the wood burning smoker, no, don't see flavor. With the exception of Bernadette, and this is one of the reasons why I haven't done anything with Bernadette recently, is because I haven't had the time to invest in being able to sit out there. And also, it's been so daggone hot here. I'm like, there's no way I'm sitting by that smoker for 8 to 10 hours to just evaluate what she does. Like, I just can't do it. I sure will, Shane. We're good for right now. Super Johnny. Thank you. Capacity of the firebox didn't take a full loss. Cut in half was a pain. Kirk, you know what? When you have a split, and I know the size of a split, there's certain splits that I have that are 16 inches. There's certain splits that might be 20 inches, and that's the difference between what's going to fit in that firebox or not. So I understand what you're saying. Baracho barbecue, I've heard that before, and I've seen that as well. They're starting to use a thinner gauge metal now that they got bought out by Charbroil, maybe? I don't know. Well, you use Lowry's in conjunction with other things, and that's what's going to balance out your salt. Sonny G is my man in Philly. He says he has an Oklahoma Joe Longhorn, and he loves it, but it needed something. What did it need, man? Oh, he said he needed something a little bit bigger. Gas grill and has so Bongo Sobroso. He says he has a Longhorn gas grill and half smoker, and his setup is pretty daggone nice. To me, it's just the cooking capacity. I know already, like, I max out the cooking capacity on the extra large green egg cooking for my family. But I have a family of 5. I use the Head Country dry rub on pork butts and ribs and the Oklahoma Joe's Highland Smoker. That's what's up, Travis. It's one of those things where if you like what you like, then it'll work for you. I just can't. Fantasy Pimp, he asked if I've done a salt brine on a good cut of steak. I can't, man. Like, I would hate for it to not turn out properly. So that's why certain things I just haven't experimented with. No, Bessie is not an offset. Bessie is a reverse flow smoker. Because the heat comes into the firebox, goes under the firebox, exits on the other side. You know how you can tell between the difference between an offset smoker and a reverse flow smoker? If the chimney is on the same side of the cooking chamber as the firebox. Again, so in Bessie, the firebox is here, the chimney is here, the cooking chamber is here, right? So you got your firebox over here, and then this space in the middle is like cooking chamber, and then the chimney is up here. Because the heat and smoke come up, under, into the cooking chamber, and it switches direction and then exits out of the chimney on the same side as the firebox, that is a reverse flow smoker. Even Vicky is a reverse flow smoker because the heat and smoke come up the side of the smoker to the top of the smoker, come down, and then it changes direction to exit out of the back and out of the smoker. All right. Ricky Jordan, how you doing this evening, man? How's everything? Yeah. Bongo Soboso, you're absolutely correct. I think that he says he would have to arrange the meat very well. And again, my deal is the capacity. I'm cooking for 5 people, And in order for me to not have to be able to, not be cooking 2 and 3 waves of food, you got to get creative with getting stuff onto the smoker. You mentioned knowing someone who streams video games. I'm sure you're at Twitch. You think barbecue channels could stream on Twitch in the future? So, Austin, here's my thing, and this is why I don't usually do any live streaming when I'm cooking. And I want you to sit down for this, all right? Get ready. When I edit the videos, I can edit things in and out, okay? And I'm not trying to edit things in and out to hide things from you. I just don't want you knowing exactly how long something takes. Or if I have a secret ingredient, I don't want you to see that. So that's why I don't do many live videos of me cooking. Now, there's been an exception to that. There was one Saturday or Sunday afternoon, it was raining, and I was sitting out by the smoker, or actually, it was been a couple times. I sit out by the smoker while I'm cooking, and I will live stream for an hour or so. But not to the point where I'm live streaming my entire cook. I'm just not going to do that. So, nah, world famous P, I got that one from Kurt, the guy who built my other smoke. He's built 4 of the things that I own. He built Bessie. Come on, Sonny. Can't text me while I'm doing a live stream, man. I'm sorry. So he built Bessie. He built Vicky. He built the Watchman stove, and then he built Bernadette. All right. So yeah. Nice pits. Nice. Sean, you have a good one, sir. The old Pico smokers are like 1/8 inch thick. That's too thin. All right, so Eric's Barbecue and More. Here's my thought, and this is one of the things I'm a big fan of water pans in the smokers. The water pan in the smoker is going to help level your temperatures or keep your temperatures even. If you have fluctuations in your firebox, if the temperature goes up too high or if it goes down too low, that water is going to act like a heat sink. It will, once it gets warm, it'll stay warm, so it'll help keep the ambient temperature in your smoker higher. It's just one of those things where that heat sink, because, and then also it won't allow the temperature to get as high inside of the smoker because of the fact that water boils. Water boils at 212 degrees. So if you have your fire raging and you have water, the water is going to boil, and it will actually boil, introduce moisture into the air, into the smoker, but it reduces the temperatures. If you were to cook and have a fire, no two fires are going to be the same, but if you have a fire about the same intensity with water versus without water, you're probably going to have a temperature difference of 50 to 100 degrees. Try it. Call, rinse salt and pepper, and cook until your desired temperature. All right. Maybe one day. Yes, Luke Alamaj, you're absolutely right. She was standing on the bus stop and she was yelling on the phone. She was cursing somebody out. She was giving them a business. Nice. Yep. So Baracho, Eric says he won his family cook-off between an Oklahoma Joe, a Traeger, and a Masterbuilt with a Weber kettle. It doesn't matter what you cook on. If you can't cook, it really same thing like driving a car. You can have the fastest car out there, but if you don't know how to drive, you're not going to be able to do anything. And then this is one of those things where I drive diesels. I drive a diesel Passat and I had a diesel Jetta. My diesel Jetta was fast, but it was not quick. All right. Once you got up over 100 miles an hour, I couldn't keep up with the top end on a gas engine car. But where I could keep up was on the low end, and if I could keep folks behind me, there was no way they were getting past me. That's all, World Famous P, he is not building any other smokers. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news. Rich King says he builds cookers like my boy Kirk. It's Kirk. Need to edit, upload the videos. That's what's up, man. Definitely. That's how I found Kirk. So you put up videos and put them out there, and somebody might find you and buy all of your smokers. All right. Bongo Sobroso says the water pan keeps things moist, and I apologize. I am a moment or so behind. Water pan. Nope. Kirk, do not. I've never done that whole spray thing. Like, it's counterintuitive to me. You want your smoker to stay at a certain temperature. I'm just gonna let the heat out and spray my meat and then close it back up. Why would you do that? I'm not gonna be opening up the smoker to reduce to let the heat out. I open my smoker to put the meat in. I open my smoker to take the meat out. That's usually about it, or to wrap my meat up. And then that's about it. I don't do a whole bunch of in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't quote anyone often, but Myra Mixon has a pretty good, quote. And he says, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. I'm a firm believer. You know what? It is interesting science. Bongo Sobroso. So I don't know if I've told you guys this, but my wife is actually a chemist, and I am a bit of a computer geek. So the science behind different things, say no more. I'm interested. Eric from Eric's Barbecue and More. Where are you geographically? I don't remember. Because I can tell you, I noticed the difference between using the insulated smoker and the non-insulated smoker, Bessie, during the winter. And I know that I go through a third, maybe half more fuel during the winter trying to get the temperatures up. Yeah. I'm not helping you set up your fantasy lineup. Actually, I gotta check mine. Thursday night game, I gotta check and see who I have in. Yo, I scored 150 points and I lost my game. Like, I came in fourth. The players, not the players, but my coworkers, they're like fantasy football whisperers, man. I thought I was doing well, and I got trounced with 150 points. Who does that? You get 150 points, you win it. I got 150 points and I placed fourth in the league for the week. All right, Travis. All right. Quick story about putting apple juice in a smoker. This was back when I was using the steel drums. One of my buddies, he was having a party for his mom. It was his mom's birthday. He wanted some pulled pork. So I said, you know what? I got you. I apologize. I got up early this morning. I'm like, yo, I got you. I'm going to charge you, what it is and delivery. And he's like, all right, well, I'll meet you at our hangout spot at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Cool, no problem. I started to cook the night before. It was like Saturday, so I started to cook Friday. And I had the bright idea to put some apple juice in with the pork shoulder when I wrapped it up. And I used half pans or full pans. And when I put this apple juice in with the shoulder, it stopped my cook. It stalled my cook for 4 hours. It took 4 hours longer than it should have, than I thought it was going to take for this. Now, thank goodness this was a friend of mine and he was cool with it. Basically, I beat his mom, to their house or to her house like by 15 or 20 minutes. Like, it was bad. Nah, Fantasy Pimp, this is when you know your smoker and you get to know your smoker. Now, I'll tell you this, on the Big Green Egg, if you ain't looking, you're burning stuff, yeah. Yeah. Jay Rotary says he made a Fruity Pebbles French toast for his daughter. I say that sounds pretty good, but in Baltimore City we have this place called, oh my goodness, Blue Moon Cafe. You might have heard of it on like diners, drive-ins, and dives. Yo, Captain Crunch French toast. You want to make me have to go see the French toast girl soon. Yeah, Bongo Sobroso, man, I'm telling you, I had 154 points. You know what, Kurt, you're fun. You gotta remember, I'm an Eagles fan. Wow, Super Johnny says he does independent defensive players, so his points can go up to 250. Man, yo, Fantasy Pimp, y'all got that, man. I am an Eagles fan. I find, and I said this to the guy who's running the league. I'm like, yo, when I do fit, I'm sorry, been a long day. William Harris, how you doing? When I do fantasy, I end up having to become a bigger fan of the league as opposed to just the Eagles because I have to monitor my players and other players on the fantasy teams than just my Eagles. So it's a double-edged sword. When the menu is sub and get notification videos so I can watch them whenever possible. Oh, the Tourney Man. Thank you so very much, man. He says, and I'm going to read this one out, and, you know, it is what it is. He says he is one of the many that sub and get notifications of your videos so you can watch them whenever possible. He says, I am one of his favorites. Keep posting and he'll keep watching, man. That's what's up. Thank you so very much. And like the Tourney Man says, if you haven't already, hit that notification bell. You will be notified whenever I post up new videos. Though I do have a semi-schedule. Almost every single week you will get a video on Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern. We talk like this on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if I just so happen to have an extra long video that I cut up into parts, we might get content on a Monday, a Wednesday, and or a Friday. Possibly even on a Saturday. I usually don't post anything on Sunday unless I have like an influx of videos or like a bunch of short videos. So, yeah. Huh. Man. It's called Rabbit Hole makes Fruity Pebbles waffles. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, Kirk, I'm going to be in Ocean City at the end of the month. Don't BS me this year, man. We got to link up. Alright, J. Rotary says he's making some lasagna right now. That's what's up. J. Rotary says, shout out to all the dads watching and supporting their families. Yes, dads rock. Mike Joseph, I'm good, man. How are you doing this evening? RX7 with a 12A. Nice. RX7. So what, trying to think like what year. So maybe you're a Tommy F. fan? I am a Tommy F. fan. And I'm learning more about rotaries. Yeah. Yeah, right? I think he was born in 84, not the rotaries from 94, because if it's an RX-7, that makes it an FD? FD RX-7? FCs would be in the 80s, maybe. Let's see if I hit it. Do I do any competitions? Austin, there is a FAQ video talking about competitions. I'd implore you to actually look at that. And I go into great detail talking about competitions. Do you prefer to do beef or pork ribs? World famous P, I don't know if you know this, but I personally do not eat pork. So I prefer beef ribs because I can eat those. I don't have a problem cooking pork ribs. I just don't eat them. mm. No problem, sir. No problem. Mike, no problem. Not a problem at all. So the whole thing was when and this takes me back to 2014, hitting the Rimfest. Yo, I won't be there October 14th, man. I'll be over there from the 27th through the 3rd. That's not the 3rd. Hold on. We go from the 27th, and I'll be back home. So Thursday the 27th, we will be traveling to Ocean City, and this was the same thing last year for H2O. It's not actually going to be in Ocean City. It's going to be in Atlantic City. So what I'm going to do is Thursday I'm coming to Ocean City. Friday I'll be in Ocean City. Saturday I'll be in Ocean City. Sunday morning I'm getting up early in the morning and I'm driving up to Atlantic City because I want to participate in the actual show. I am one of the diehard butthurts for the actual show, so yeah. Long story. Well, I don't need pork. Not for live stream. Maybe in person over a beer or something. Oof. Fantasy Pimp. So he asked, "What's my favorite thing to smoke?" Is wings and chuck roast because you can do so much with it as far as dinner goes. That's a good idea. My favorite thing to smoke, honestly enough, is salmon and lamb. Brisket and beef ribs used to be my favorites, but brisket is obviously one of the longer things to cook. So the effort, the amount of effort I have to put into it is very high. Beef ribs because they're just like brisket on a stick. All right, Kirk. I definitely will. We'll have to link up. I got your number. We'll be in touch. But salmon is a stupid fast cook. Lamb is a stupid fast cook, and lamb is phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yes. Dr. Ramirez, she can attest for how good the lamb is. Actually, it's funny. Her husband hit me up and he's like, "I don't know how lamb is gonna be smoked," and I'm like, "It's phenomenal." He was like, "All right," and that was months ago. Then he hit me up a week or so ago and he says, "Hey, we would like to get some lamb." Okay, when you need it? Like, you need it today, tomorrow, when we send it to you? And then Dr. Ramirez said, "Hey, I'm gonna be going up to see some family. I'll be passing through there. What? Say no more. I'll have it ready, vacuum sealed it for and everything." Smoked lobster. You know, just because you have a smoker doesn't mean you need to smoke everything. I just can't see lobster doing well with smoke. Prove me wrong. There's your challenge. I can't cook unless it's ashtray. Kirk, I'm not a big fan of stuffing things either. I cook a lot of stuff, but I'm particular about what I cook. Yep, Fantasy Pimp, I have, it is health reasons, yep. Oh, Torian, there we go. Torian says he can attest, or we can attest, that my lamb is phenomenal. That's what's up. Jack, man, we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. You got my promise, man. Tuna fish. Now that's something I've never smoked. I might have to do some tuna fish. But you guys, so I don't. How many of you guys are following me on Instagram? All right, just comment eyes down below. Just like comment eye. Larry, you definitely got to try some lamb. Veggies and crab meat stuffing is a must do. Alright. Come on, comment eyes. Those of you guys who are following me on Instagram. Alright, Kirk, Austin Williams. Who are you on Instagram? Tell me your Instagram name. I will try to follow you back. Elizabeth Ramirez. Alright, Torian, I know you're following me. I'm saying this because I'm building this up. I want to talk about something in particular, and those of you guys on Instagram will be familiar with what I'm getting ready to say. Larry, I know you follow me on Instagram, though, like, Austin Williams. Duh. Alright, let's see. Notepad. OTE. AUSTINWILLIANS. Alright, so here's the thing. If I'm not following you back on Instagram, comment below with your Instagram name and I'll try to follow you back. I figured the least I can do is for you guys who are following me. Alright, no problem, Eric. I get it now. He's like, I like lamb and tuna fish. I think, yeah. So, Kirk, I have never smoked cornbread, though I am itching to do it. Usually my wife cooks the cornbread, and then I make that joke from, like, it wasn't Big Brother, was it? What was the name of that movie? Gonna eat your cornbread. Yeah. I have not, Kirk, though. What's my name? My name is Dash. That's my name. Now, my name is Scott. Alright? Now, here's a question for you guys. How many, and this is the way you're going to remember my name. How many Black Scots do you know? I'll wait. The Hearts France. I did some pork belly not too long ago. I did it on the Big Green Egg. I have smoked pork belly in the past, and then I've cooked it on the Big Green Egg because of the fact that I wanted to crisp up the skin. I've seen a lot of folks doing like pork belly burnt ends or pork belly candy, and I just haven't tried it just because I haven't gotten any. But don't put it past me to just be like in the restaurant depot after a payday and be like, you know what? Yeah, boom, I'm gonna get that. And I'll cook it for my wife and my kids. Fantasy Pimp, I told you my name was your name. You know, you show me yours, I'll show you mine. Kirk. Kirk and I had a joke about that. It's a must. Alright. See? But now here's the thing. Manny, you're funny. Yes, I know that video you're talking about. My Instagram name is Still Drum Smokers. Nope. Black man, name Scott. Nope, first name Scott. That's the thing. There's a lot of black men named last name Scott. Nope, first name Scott. Fantasy Pimp Lamont. All right, that's what's up. Lamont, where do you live? Just curious. Yep, Darian. Darian knows who Scott LaRock is. All right, that's cool. And that's Rodney Scott. That's his last name. That doesn't count. How many black men do you know first name Scott? Growing up in elementary school, I met one, okay, my first elementary school. In my second elementary school, I met another, okay, and then I didn't meet another Black Scott until, like, I was grown. Alright, Kansas. Alright. I know a couple Ralphs, and actually I had a stepfather briefly whose name was Ralph. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Any tips on the offset smoker under $1,000 looking to an old country pickles or the. So, that dude, you guys, where you guys live, there are other smokers available. I'm not the, like, I know a lot about a little. So, the most prevalent smokers that I've seen are smokers that are more readily available in my area. So I don't know about those brands of smokers that you were talking about, but if you talk to guys that live in your area or people who have them, uh, then yeah. Torian, I don't know what it is. So my mom told me the story goes that she met a guy whose name was Scott, and he was Black Scott in a college course, and she said if she ever had a son, she would name him Scott because of the fact that it was not a very common name. Yep. So that's it. I don't know, Torian. I mean, I don't know any other Torians. How many other Torians have you met? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I wish I could be more help. I try to know a little bit about a lot, but this is like there's people that ask about my homemade smokers all the time, and I'm like, dude, I can't tell you information about that because I don't have that. I'm telling you, that's how I get people to remember my name. I get people I've seen like years ago, and they're like, "Yo, Black Scott." Yep, that's me. My wife hates when I say that though. The Smokers Mad Scientist barbecue is dash. You know, that Torin, that's different because I know a couple Torins. I have a friend named Torin, Volkswagen friend named Torin. Torin is way more common than Torian. And hopefully I'm saying that right. Torian. Anyway. I mean, alright, well, so, the point I was trying to make about asking if you guys saw me on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, Black Scott, trust me. The only other Black Scott and Black Scott that I knew was Scottie Pippen. I mean, everybody knew Scottie Pippen, but he's not someone I personally knew, so I didn't add him to the list. But like, it's crazy when I meet somebody else whose name is Scott. What? Yo, you a Black Scott? What? Man, I mean, it's always stories. Like everyone always thinks that Scott's my last name. No, it's not. And what's crazy is my last name is a first name for people who are down south. I'm not putting that out there right now. There's Angry Needle in high school. Okay, I'm sure there's a bigger story behind that one, but I'm gonna save that one to when I come to Kansas City and you can tell me that in person over a steak. Alright, so there are 33 of you guys still on the live stream. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up for me. I greatly appreciate it. I know tonight we kind of went off the rails. We talked about covering the smokers and protecting grills for a quick second. And then it was just like, what? Y'all want to talk about what? Okay, what? Okay, whatever. I mean, sometimes it happens. I would like to keep these on topic, but if we get off topic, I don't care. Do you guys care? Does it matter to you? Because you let me know. If you want to stay on topic and you want to talk about what, you know, what's up there or down there, yeah. Yeah. Do I know any Black Dougs? Maybe one. Douglas. Did I post a menu on Instagram? No, I usually just posted what I had for sale, and I pointed people back to my website. It's easier to point folks back to your website than it is to point people on Instagram. And you will find that Instagram has changed, and it's not the way that it used to be. Alright, so I started talking about Instagram, and the point, I know, I'm sorry. Let me go back up to where I asked you guys to comment the eyes. All right. One of the things I was going to talk about was on Instagram. I posted a picture talking about my cousin. I was like, humble brag. My cousin was just inaugurated as the 19th president of a college, Union College, which is in Schenectady, New York. And he put out there that in his inauguration speech, he was talking about doing some things that were not, I won't say not common, but he set up a little challenge. So he set up this challenge, and part of this challenge, he said he was going to do like 3 to 5 different things that were just going to, challenge him to do something different. Those things being said, I have kind of taken it upon myself to try and cook new and or different things in different ways. So you guys saw last week I cooked brisket enchiladas. This week, Bango Sabroso, que tengo un buena noche. Alright? This week, and actually earlier this week, I cooked a brisket pot pie. Alright, so I want you guys to start doing some new stuff too. I know I get in kind of a routine, and it's like it's cruise control, and I want to challenge myself. And that was one of those things where I asked you guys last week or 2 weeks ago on Instagram, hey, what's something I should try, or what's something I should cook? Alright. Oh, actually, that was last week on a live stream. But yeah. I just say this, you watch the videos about the competitions and completely understand. It's lucky right now. He's 18 and don't have any bills. And your money make from smoking goes right to the team. Austin, that is awesome. Okay? That is not the case for me, man. Sometimes I get money in and I am like, yo, where did it go? Like I just had some money. Go to Sam's and spend $500 on like a big food shopping, like a big supplemental back to school shopping. I mean, like $500. That $500 could gone to do so much more stuff. Like really, $500. Hey, Lamont, be easy. Kirk, man, I know you try some new stuff. I see on your Instagram page, and it is what it is. Kirk, the builder of my smoker, or Kirk, who is just above you in the comments? Ask Kirk. What is his Kirk? His Instagram is Kirk at Kirk Atkins, ATKINS. Travis, I like lemon pepper kind of on vegetables more than I like it on chicken in the smoker. Again, I have a go-to thing I put on my chicken. Not that I won't try it again. Yeah. Manny says he knew of 0 black Scots. I'm telling you, man, when you're black Scot, and it's so funny. Like, just if you could take your, like, because I know when I said this, my first name is Scott. In case you don't know, and I say this like once every now and again, I say my first name is Scott, right? Usually I just go by Dash, and I got my nickname Dash 20 plus years ago, and it has stuck, okay? And I answered to Dash, I answered to Scott, I answered to Barbecue Man, the Meat Man, Ayo. I answered to that. I answered to, hey, do you work here? Anyway, when I got older and I was, it's one of those things, if someone remembers your name, they'll remember you forever. So I got to the point where I'm like, man, I wish I saw somebody named Scott. Like, I wish I saw somebody named Scott. Scott is not that common of a name to begin with as a first name. Black Scots are even further of a thing. So I got to the point where I said, you know what? Like, I don't care what your name is. If I can get you to remember my name, I've done my job. And it's only gotten better since I've started doing barbecue, because it's a party trick, more or less. And I'll get people around. I'm like, yo, I'm like, nice to meet you. And I'm like, okay, I have a question for you guys. And now I'm like, Stoneface, I have a serious question for you guys. How many Black Scots do you know? And the faces go from like, and they put thought into it. And that thought that you and all of those people who I've asked this question to over the years, you'll never forget my name. Never. And it's brilliant. Marketing 101. Guess what? You see me in the crowd. Hey, yo, you Black Scott. Yep. Guilty as charged. Scottie Pippen, he's on another level. But I mean, like, personally, no. And I said that a couple minutes ago, Mark. I don't know, you might have missed that one. But personally, no. I was hoping to be able to talk about, like, Mark, you have been around for a while. You've definitely helped push me to another level as far as doing different things here. I wanted to talk to you guys about the P.O. Box. So, I got a letter, alright? I'm not going to ruin it and tell you who the letter was from, because that person is not here. I want to give them their just due and recognition. But I got a letter, and I'm very appreciative. And I wanted to say thank you. I thought that person would be on a live stream, but they weren't here. Hey, man, Kurt, that's what's up. And that's the whole thing. Like, you need to have a tagline, a catchphrase, and Ayo is definitely my start of the video catchphrase. And if you haven't figured it out, like, it took me probably a good 3 to 6 months to figure out the one at the end of the videos. If you like what you saw today, if you learned something, please leave me a thumbs up in the video down below. I needed something. Manny says, I've been looking for it, but the Dogfish Head has a beer made with hot sauce. Macy in your face, he don't drink it, but he loves some heat. So, Manny, dog, if you haven't seen, I know you might not be on Instagram as much as I am. I'm on Instagram a lot. My wife and I went down to the Guinness factory here that's in Baltimore. Well, in Arbutus, just outside of Baltimore. Yo, it is great. And I know you are up and down the East Coast, and it's right off 95. I'm just saying. You let me know when I need to be there. We will drink and chop it up. We might not necessarily want to eat anything because the food isn't as good as the beers, but let me know when you're coming through. Not too bad. Alright, so Pits and Q says not too many blacks called Dash either. So I got the nickname Dash because of Dame Dash, so Damian Dash. Dame Dash used to dance around in all of Jay-Z's videos with a bottle in his hand. You guys who have been on the live stream before know I don't have a problem. My only vice is drinking. And I used to dance around with some bottles. That's all I got to say about that. Elizabeth says she's inviting herself to that. But you know what? More power to you. Come on. You haven't... Shoot, you know where I live. You can come on and drop on in any old time. Alright? Just let me know. Make sure that everything is copacetic. Alright? Charles Rogers, how you doing this evening? Mark says in college he was called Champagne. Hey, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm definitely gonna leave that one alone. But I mean, there was a time I was in St. Louis and I was dancing up on the stage like my friends had to look for me. They didn't know where I was. Pit and Q. Nope, nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing at all. Man, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you hanging out. I know sometimes we get off topic. Oh man, you don't know what I'm drinking. You can't handle it. Mark had it popping like champagne. Kirk says because he was so bubbly. Very punny, guys. Very punny. We've come to the end of the... Oh, goodness. Hit me there. Come to the end of the drink. We've almost come to the end of the live stream. Hey, look, there are 27 of you guys still hanging out. If you have not already, please hit that thumbs up for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Teetotaler. You total tea like you count tea? Nothing wrong with that. Like, oh man, dude, there's... So, one of my friends, he does work on YouTube, slow-mo tea brewing. Oh man. Yeah, I don't drink anymore either. As soon as I hit the bottom of my drink for a moment or so. But yeah, he does slow-mo tea. I think that's his channel. When he showed it to me, I was like, dude, this is so awesome. Nah, Charles, you didn't miss out. You didn't miss out. Because there are things that happen at the end of the videos when, how do I put this? After, you know, libations that don't, Kurt, you funny, that don't happen in the beginning of the other videos. Let's see, slow-mo tea. I think that's what it was. Something about slow motion and tea brewing. I don't have my glasses, so. Jack says he's cooking ashtray fajitas. That's funny. At Kirk, nope, no refills. I'm trying to... No, not slow-mo, guys. Oh, Watch Me Tea. That's the name of this. WATCHM. T. Watch Me Tea. Yes! See? My buddy. Everybody go out to my friend's YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called Watch Me Tea. Okay? And all he does... Look, this one says it's tea porn. I'm on a Black Dragon Pearl Watch Me Tea. And yo, the production on these videos is ridiculous. I just wish he would have kept this up. So any and everybody, I know one Black Scott, and I know two names, Leroy. A name's a name, you're right. But it's, if you have a common name like well, the Heart Ranch. Let's see, what is your name? How much? Galaxy Outdoorsman. I have thousands of dollars tied up into those smokers. I told Kirk I would never tell how much I paid him for those smokers. One, because they're worth more, and two, because I am going to ask him more when selling. Yo. Anyone else, please go out to YouTube and look up the channel. It's called Watch Me Tea. Watch a video or two of tea being brewed in more or less real time. I think he sped it up just a little bit, but just comment on the video and say that your friend the Meat Man sent me here, please, and thank you. Again, his channel is Watch Me Tea, all one word. Go out to a video, and the videos aren't very long, and he doesn't have many videos out here. The video I was just looking at, I commented on the video years ago, and I said, "You, sir, have the patience of a saint." 2 years ago. Yo, tea porn, it is. But I wish he would have like stuck with this, man. I really do. It's dope. It's cool. It was like he could have had an advertising thing. We talked about it, and he was talking about how he would go into different tea places, and you know, sometimes people have TVs playing. If you showed this particular tea being brewed, it would sell. That was what I talked to him about. The Black Dragon Pearl was the video I was just watching. But I'm gonna watch this jasmine green tea. Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling good. Manny, it just opened up a month ago, and it is it's pretty dope. We went and took the tour and tasting. I'm not even that big of a Guinness. I'm not a Guinness fan, period. And you see, I'm recommending it, like highly recommending it. It was a good time. My wife and I went on Tuesday, and was it Tuesday? No, we went on Monday, and dude, it was so cool. It was so cool. I really liked it a lot. Yeah, buddy. Get bring your friend. All right, I'd love to hang out and sit and talk with him. Darian, you are absolutely correct. I'm telling you, he's brewing tea, like real time brewing tea. But the thing is, the production on these videos is like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Mark is, yeah. The trailer rebuild. So that trailer I bought, that second trailer I bought, the cheap trailer version 2. The friend of mine who put me onto that trailer, he told me he wanted me to make him a motorcycle trailer, and I'm more or less just waiting for him to say, this is what I want, this is what I need, and he hasn't even bought a motorcycle yet. So that's why I haven't done anything with the trailer. Trust me, I walk back and forth past it every time I head out to the garage, to the smoker. That other smoker, though, I will be getting back into that one. I will be getting back into that one only because I need to get it out of the garage to make space, and it's getting cooler. It's been too damn hot, man. I haven't wanted to do anything inside of that garage unless I'm making money. So, yeah. Kirk says, hit the Secrets Distillery tour. I've been past Secrets a million times, never been in Secrets. That's just didn't seem like my my scene, if you will. But taking a tour, a distillery tour, I'm with that. You know what he's distilling? I'll say brewing. You know what he's distilling in there? I mean, can you guys still hear this in the background? I'm 3 minutes in. Kirk, it's always packed, yeah, but I'm not into that. That's not my scene at all. Excuse me. I tried to get him to do more of them, and I commented and everything like that. Trying to get him to do more, and he just, I don't know. He has 84 subscribers. Can we get him to 100? Again, comment on the video that says your smoked meat friend sent me here. Hey, Dr. Ramirez, you have a great evening. And shoot, I know all about long days. I've been up since 4:15 this morning. Yeah. Long day. Hey, you have a great evening as well. No, Charles, it is, yeah, it's that. And I've been up all day long. Shoot, it's 11 o'clock. I've been up for 16, 20 hours almost, I think. Everything, my basically is all kinds of stuff. Alright. Alright, Kirk, I might have to take you up on that. I trust your judgment. So I timed this about right, and you know what's crazy? I might have to start using, you know, something like this for this particular cup more often, because my drink is still cold, and there's still ice. There's a little bit of ice down in there. Usually when I use just a straight mason jar, I have meltage or it is melted, and there's not much left, and my liquor gets watered down. Hey, I haven't mentioned it this evening. If you haven't already, head out to the website, and the merchandise website is BRBQUE.com. I have stickers out there, and the sticker will be printed in the correct direction. Again, I'm using the forward-facing camera on my phone. All right. So, StillDrumSmokers.com, and then I have the Instagram information and the YouTube information. The stickers can be had on BRBQUE.com. They are $5 a piece. Also, I have a pre-order going right now for t-shirts. A lot of you guys have been asking about t-shirts, and I have the pre-order out there. I need to get 36 t-shirts ordered. I have at the moment, drum roll please, 12. Mark, you've gone above and beyond as far as support. I really appreciate you. AT Crunk, thank you very much for hanging out. I definitely do appreciate it. If you're on your way out and you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that. Anything else as far as housekeeping things? Nah. Anybody have any other questions or anything else like that? Instagram. Alright. Mike Joseph is following me on Instagram, and he's probably a little tardy to the party. Mike Joseph, what is your Instagram handle? I will make sure I follow you on Instagram. Only exception is if your Instagram is private. Yes, Mark, thank you very much. I sure will. You also take care. I know that it's not coming out your way, but what's in my ribs? Oh boy. So what's in my rib is muscle and connective tissue. There are some bones. They're pork. The pork ribs. And what temps do I cook my brisket to? I cook my brisket until it hits the temperature in which it is done. Yeah, that's what it is. Alright, Charles, you also have a great night. Minji Smoking Barbecue. No, who's drunken fingers? Yours or mine? It's funny because there's a K in here that doesn't belong. Any other questions? Before I log off. Mark, you have a great evening. Kirk, man, shoot, we could trade war stories, cause, man, I'm good for some, drunkenness. All right. No worries, Sonny. It's cool. Any other questions before I go ahead and log off? Ask a question, you'll keep me here for a little while longer. Hey, look, really, I do want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I know this one went off the rails. I didn't have a set topic, but I did want to ask you guys about what you did to protect your smokers. All right, Wrench King. Don't put it past me. He said he's been here since the 3-minute mark. George Rivas, how you doing, man? Been a minute. I know you on West Coast time and all. How's everything with your trailers and your trucks? Still going in and getting them rental units? 8 o'clock. Man. Shoot. Alright, Alan. Thank you so very much, man. I appreciate that. It really does make a difference. Hey, being busy, George, is a good problem to have. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, Kirk, man, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I really do. You guys, y'all make me feel real good. Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that. Alright. Oh, alright. See, I like your aunt already. She married a black man named Scott. Pfft. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Tell her about my videos. Tell her about my channel. Shoot. Hey, that's what's up, though. Mike, where do you live? Have a good one, sir. I'm gonna hang out for a couple more minutes. I'm sleep. Psh, it's overrated. Goodness. Smoke first brisket. Flat on Saturday, can't hurt good. Thanks for all my tips. No problem, Darian. You know what's crazy? When you smoke a flat versus when you smoke a whole brisket, it's like the flat is here, the whole brisket is it's like here. Really, it's so much better. George, I had one big one. Yeah. Plus, I've also been up since like 4:15 this morning. I am tired. If you guys ask questions that keep me, engaged, then I'll stay on. But I am like falling asleep. You see, read my eyes. Sam's just not carrying the whole. So Kirk, if you are on the Eastern Shore, go into into the Sam's. No, not Sam's. The Walmart. And they sell like the 24-hour Walmarts, the super Walmarts. That's the word I was looking for. In the Super Walmarts, in the little beef refrigerator section, on the grocery side or the home side, they might have whole briskets for you. If need be, if you need me to bring you a couple briskets, I can. You know, obviously, I just need to get reimbursed, but I can bring them. I'll be coming over there at the end of the month, so we can talk. Yo, all the WalMarts in my area are out of the Western lump as well. I think I made mention of it, but there's a Walmart in Elegant City, which is not very far from me. Apparently, there was a guy that came in and he bought every single bag of Western lump that they had when it dropped down to $5. I don't know who that lucky guy was, but the guy went in and I was like, yo, where's this Western lump? It's like a brown bag with green writing. He said, oh, we had one guy, one customer, he bought all of it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it was like 3 or 4 pallets. He bought it all. Man. Yep, Darian sleep is overrated. Galaxy Outdoorsman, before I answer that question, where do you live? But the ones I build are $400. They just actually went up, and I probably am still undercharging because of the fact that the metal that I need to put into them, I'm hoping I can get at a decent price. But yeah, I don't know with the tariffs and other things like that if they're actually going to be reasonable or not. All right, well, I think I am out. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. I know I say that a lot, but it really is true. Thank you so very much. And anything else before I go? Go wing once. Go wing twice. Ain't. See you guys next week, and I'm gone. George, thank you, sir. Kirk, have a good one. Thank you, sir, again for hanging out with me. Greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already, again, please hit that thumbs up on the way out. Thank you in advance. I'll see you guys next time.